Welcome back to the channel, guys. This week we're going to be doing some rehousing for spiders that need an upgrade. So this week we've got, as I said, some rehousing to do. Probably going to be over the next few weeks that we do some rehousing because I have a lot to do. We've got some Psalmopoeus that we're going to do this week, I think. Psalmopoeus irminia, cambridgei, and they're going from like the 155 tubs to these 520 tubs. So I've got to set those up and get them moved. We also have a hattie to move, we have a gigas to move, we have a lividus to move, we have a Poeclotheria subfusca lowland to move, ornata to move, and potentially a geniculata to move. I think that's everything. We also I think we've also got a versicolor to move at some point, but that's probably in like 3 or 4 weeks. I wouldn't think that's going to be too much of a rush on that one. Where are you going? Where are you going? So yes, that is what we're doing today. Rehousing, and like I said, probably for the next few weeks as well. This little dude is not going to be helping me today. He's just decided he wanted out for a little bit. He's going through a bit of a molt, so that's why he looks a little bit darker than usual and a little bit sort of like less colourful. What are you staring at? The back of my head. You cool? He's cool. Right, anyway, let's get to Rehouse Central and have a look at some of these Psalmopoeus, shall we? So 155, and these ones are 520, and that is approximately 3.3 times bigger. So they've got 3.3 times bigger volume, which will be plenty for them to move about. And the good thing about arboreals is they'll use all that volume, whereas terrestrials, if you give them a lot of volume space, if it's a lot of air space, it's probably still not going to be used. So let's get this down, pick up one of the enclosures, and I think we'll start with the irminias because they're a little bit faster than the other ones. So let's go with them, shall we? I'll get this camera set up and we'll carry on from there. Okay, the nice thing about the irminias is the fact that they pretty much sit on top of their current setups. So hopefully this will be a nice simple rehouse. They are fast, but I'm not too worried about the irminias. And as I've said, that is decided to go underneath. But the good thing about these ones is they will come out. They will come out of here. I'm going to go with the poking stick as opposed to the brush, just because it's easier with these. We're going to see where this one ends up. I'm going to give it a little nudge. So where are you going to go? You're going to go out this way? Okay. It's going to come out on top of its cork bark. Beautiful looking spider. I mean, who wouldn't love an irminia, eh? Absolutely stunning, gorgeous looking tarantula. They look a little bit dark at the moment, but this one's probably pretty heavy pre-molt. So, beautiful looking spider. Absolutely stunning. But as you can see, this is the reason why they're coming out of here, just simply because they're getting a little bit tight for space in there, and it's time to give them something new. Nice new big setup. So that's what we're going to be doing. Right, let's see which way you're going to go, shall we? And come out. Okay. Have you go into your new one? No. Right. You're going to go into a new one? No, you're going to... There you go, look. Donut. It's a much better setup, isn't it? Look how much space you got in there. Loads of room. Oh, you're just going to hide, are you? That's cool. It's gone straight in, all the way to the back. They like to wander, but what spider wouldn't, eh? If I was kept in an enclosure all day, I'd probably want to wander around a little bit. Let's make sure the lid's on these ones, and we'll get the next one going. Okay, irminia number 2, or number 4. I did have 4, I gave a couple away. But this one's webbed up quite heavily over the top, so I don't know how heavy pre-molt this one's going to be. But it does need to come out of here if that's the case. because this one's a little bit larger than the other one. We'll see if it's, I can see it at the back here. I don't necessarily want to use the wood because I want to be able to give you a little gentle nudge. Are you going to come out? Come on in. Where are you going? You're just going to sit there, are you? In the back. The worst thing about brushes, in my opinion, is when you've got a lot of webbing to deal with, it gets caught on every single bit of it. Sometimes it is easier just to go with the poking stick. You just have to be very careful of their abdomens if you're going to use a bit of stick. There we go. Look at that spider, how gorgeous is that? Again, this one looks quite heavy pre-molt. It's quite chunky looking and has gone quite dark. But look how calm they are. Once they've got their webbing done, once they feel secure in their environment, they can be pretty placid, as I think most spiders tend to be. Famous last words possibly. Start to give this one a little nudge in the right direction. Here we go. Do you need to set up? Why is it they want to go that way all the time? What we'll do is we'll lift this cork bark out, I think. Oh no, it's coming back round. Here it comes. Over the top. Here we go. Here we go more. Oh. You don't want to stay in here. Come on. It's tiny. There we go. That looks better for you, doesn't it? Another super calm rehouse by the looks of it, which I'm not going to complain about. Absolutely love the sun tiger. Oh, that's the irminia done anyway. Happy about that. Right, hopefully if I give it a little nudge it will go down inside and it's not going to come blasting itself upwards, which would be disastrous. Let's get the lid just in case. A tiny little touch on its leg, just so I don't trap it when I move it in. Where are you going? Are you going down? Go down? Go and find your cork bark. There we go. In. Right. Start with the cambridgei. Okay, cambridgei, whatever way you want to pronounce it. These ones are definitely more reclusive of the two that of the species I've got in the Psalmopoeus. I've got an emeraldus which is quite skittish, but these cambridgei, they tend to, whereas the ammonias sit on top of here quite a lot, these ones tend to bury themselves down, and I know that was off camera, but as you can see from here, look, there's an awful lot more webbing throughout these setups. So getting these out might prove a little trickier, but maybe not, because this one's just decided to say hello at the side there. So see if we can get it to come out and say hello. Is it coming out? Just thinking about it. You're going to move forward. Or are you going to go backwards? Which way are you going to go? Give you a little boop. There we go. Right. Come on then. Change of card, because the card filled up. Anyway, where were we? So this cambridgei looks pretty heavy pre-molt. It's quite a swollen abdomen, so we're not going to mess around with this one too much. Just going to try and get it into its new setup. So see if it will go forwards. And if the card runs out mid-record, then I do apologise, but that's life. Come on. Move you, if you won't move out of your enclosure. Let's move your enclosure and you on it into your new place. Come on. Where are you going? Right, no way. Come on. Come on.
One eternity later.
Turn it back down that way. Or just moving forward. Come on. And we're in. Yay! I'm not sure what you call that, but that thing just wanted to circle its webbing. And you know, that's fair enough, it's completely understandable. I would too. And as I say, right, this one's got loads of room now, plenty of space. This one's going to have loads of room to grow, which is cool. So what I'll do is I will put the lid one on this, and we are going to go and have a look at another one of them. And another cambridgei. This one is just sitting in this little tiny web pocket just there. I'll pick an enclosure for it. Okay. Another new setup. And we're ready to go. Right. See how this one goes. See two little feet just sticking out here. Hopefully it will be encouraged to come out. Little tickle on the web. You're going to come and say hello, or are you going to sit there behind there? Come on. Here it is. Hello. Another rather large rotund cambridgei. Unfortunately. Right. Give you a prod forward. Where do you want to go? Don't go back down. Right. Okay. We are not going to play this game today. We're going to take your cork bark and you take your little adventure. Where are you? You there? That's good. Keeping it over the enclosure, and what we'll do is we will pass it by the new cork bark and see if it will just exit onto there rather than trying to stay on this piece. Come on. Again, their webbing makes them secure, so why would it want to leave? Dude, I'll give you a good reason to leave, because your new piece is much nicer, much bigger, and far less dry and awful than this piece. Come on, let's go down. Come on, get your footsie off of there. No? Oh yeah, little piglet. let's walk you forward this way. I can't even give you this piece of web because unfortunately it's way too big and mucky for this enclosure. Right, come on. This way. This way. And we're on. Or off. Onto new, off of old. And we have them sitting just there on the back of their new bit of cool bark. As I say, loads of growing room in these new enclosures, which I'm really pleased about. Another smooth rehouse. I know that it didn't want to come out, but I wouldn't class that as being an aggro rehouse. It's gone straight into its new tub, no drama, no running off, no bolting, so it's all good. Right, next one. Next up, surprise, surprise, cambridgei. And another new setup. Same old, same old. Hopefully, same type of rehouse. This one I might just take straight out on the cork box, to be honest, because this cork box is a little bit awkward. I want to, where are you? Where's this spider? Here we go. Another beautiful cambridgei. And I think I'm probably biased towards these because these cambridgeis are the ones that were basically from mine and Leah, our breeding project. So my male, and now they're living on in the slings. And I'm really happy. I did have 5 and unfortunately one passed away. But I still have 4 of these absolute little beauties. Come on. A little bit smaller than the others you are, aren't you? I think this one's one that molts sort of like about a molt behind. That was effortless. So this one's a little bit smaller. It does seem to be a slower grower, so maybe I've got a female here, which would be nice. And where have you gone? Just onto your cork bark there. Just up the top. Awesome. Right, last one. And the final enclosure, and the last cambridgei. Last cambridgei. This one's down here, just in its web sock. So I think we are going to just pull this one straight out again. Might not have to, because it's coming out to say hello already. Hello. Come on. Come on. You going to come and say hello? You're going to come and say hello. We'll entice you out with a little bit of paintbrush action, shall we? Look at you. Aren't you gorgeous? Another gorgeous spider. Right, we're going to see if you're going to go in this way. The amount that haven't gone this way, I think I'm probably going to go back to the old thing, but we'll try. We'll give you a little nudge on the paintbrush and see if you want to move forward. But you're not going to, are you? And again, like we say, why would you? Why would you? So we're going to grab hold of that, nice and carefully. Hold on tight, dude. Hold on tight. Oh wow. Hold on tight. The webbing. Look at the webbing on that. Where are you going? Where are you going? Look, if you go that way, all you're going to do, don't come out from under there, you. Come on. Come out from under there. Let's get you into the new one, this way. Down, down, down. Onto the new cool one. Let go of the web. Let go of the web. A gorgeous looking thing. Again, totally biased because I'm their dad. So, yeah. Anyway, right. put the lid on this one, and we are good to go back to the other room. And that is the Psalmopoeus moved. They needed to go up into those tubs. When you come out you see them. They've got a lot of room to grow in the new ones, but the ones they were in were getting a little bit tight. Jeff Capes in a mini. So, what did you think of the rehousings? Like I say, I love those spiders. The Psalmopoeus, they're nice spiders to have. They're sort of that jumping ground between old world and new world. No urticating hairs, more potent venom, quite quick, but beautiful spiders. And once they settle down on their webbing, they tend to be pretty chilled out. I think that's all about how you are as well and how you project yourself. If you're nervous, it will get sensed through the brush and the stick when you're rehousing them. So if you remain calm, they'll probably remain calm as well. No real bolts, so it's all good. Loads of room to grow in, and like I say, I've got a special bias towards those cambridgei because obviously they're from a breeding project that I was involved in with my male. So that was awesome to have those growing up and looking quite healthy. I did have 5, unfortunately one passed. He was a lot smaller than the others, and as slings it does happen. It's unfortunate, but it does happen. Anyway, that's it for today. The only thing I've got to update on really is the fact that Avic is still on her sack. I've decided to leave it in with Mum, and we're going to see how that goes. We're not sure what's going on, but she's still sitting on it, she's still turning it, so it's day 47 now, and yeah, she's still on the sack moving it around, so fingers crossed, eh? Fingers crossed. Anyway, if you did enjoy today's video, please consider giving it a like, please consider subscribing if you're not, and leave a comment. What do you think about the Psalmopoeus as a genus? I think they're absolutely awesome. I've got the cambridgei, the irminia, the victorii and the emeraldus, and I couldn't pick between them. Oh, and I have reduncus and I have pulcher. How can I forget those? Those are big ones, and they're breeding projects that are ongoing at the moment. Right, anyway, that's it for me today. Hopefully Gigas and Lividus next week rehousing, and we'll catch you then. Cheers.